Dirty.
And we're doing a 3-minute review of Chimp Empire.
Yeah, boy. All right, it's on. Okay, let me start because
Right.
I'm the one that found this because one day I was on Instagram and it popped up in an artist that I liked his story and he just put Chimp Empire. Woo! And I was like, all right, let me see what this shit is. And within the first 5 minutes, I was kind of like, here we go, a David Attenborough thing.
Yep.
Like, it's going to keep me...
I agree.
Like, I like nature shit for sure. I think it's interesting, but I'm just kind of like, beautiful shots. Netflix spent a shitload of money to sort of just show me fucking chimps.
Just
great.
really nice
Like,
cameras in this.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, like, super expensive looking. Amazing shots. And I thought, that's what this is. And then about 15 minutes in, they start introducing all
The characters.
And they name all the chimps, and you start realizing, okay, and their personalities and stuff, and you start going, wait a minute, this is a little bit more in depth than I thought. And they start telling you about their behaviors and how their society works and the hierarchy and the positions that everyone has to be in to make sure that everything works. And you start going, this is way more intricate than I ever thought. And it basically becomes like a fucking reality show about chimps.
Well, it's better than that in my opinion. So I think that the cool thing is like once they've named them and they kind of set up all these scenarios, then they gets this vibe of like a mafia movie.
Yes.
And then also like a war movie, and then also like all these different genres get put into this where you're following it along and you're like, oh cool.
Yeah.
I forget the names.
Like there's storylines, like there's actual storylines going on. I mean, they followed them. It must be like over years, like over 10 years. I'm sure they've been following them. But insane, the footage that they get, the things that go on, and you just sit there thinking, no way. Like I thought they just sat there eating fucking shit in trees, going to sleep, waking up, fucking, and then doing it again the next day. But there's way more going on. Like a high recommend for me. I would say you should definitely check it out because
I'd say a light, soft recommend for me because while it did hype me up. Like when I was watching it, I'm like, oh whoa, this is like a mafia show.
That's kind of my fault.
Something because of the limitation of the way they have to film it. Where like basically, I guess what they're doing is like hiding in the bushes and filming them because I mean, as you learn in this show, they're like chimps are nuts. Like they will rip your testicles off and shove them down your throat, and, like the movie No.
And fucking vindictive. They'll go after fucking people and have revenge and shit. And you're like, what?
They are out of control, crazy, which is cool. But because they're filming in that way, like I feel like you miss a lot, and a lot of it is the people being like, yeah, this is what happened. Like they use the narration to kind of fill in the gaps of the footage, which for me, as I watched it as it went on, I got a little bit like, yeah, I want to see I guess I'm like a sicko, but I wanted to see what's his name get murdered. You know, I want to see that. Like I want to. It hyped me up. On that. It hyped me up to like this is like a mafia thing, so I want to see the stuff.
I mean, for me,
was that it? That's
yeah.
Time.